Portions of the day's programming are reproduced by means of electrical transcriptions or tape recordings.
Hi, everybody, wherever you may be, from coast to coast and sea to Shaughnessy. Welcome back to Ham Radio Live, where we talk radio.
Being beat up and battered around, being sent up and I've been shut down. You're the best thing that I've ever found. Handle me with care. Reputation's changeable, situation's tolerable, but baby you're adorable. Handle me with care. I'm so tired of being lonely. I still have some love to give. Won't you show me that you really care? Everybody's got somebody to lean on. Put your body next to mine and dream on. I've been fobbed up and I've been fooled. I've been robbed and ridiculed in daycare centers and night schools. Handle me with care.
Definitely a 1980s supergroup here, Traveling Wilburys. They had some of the biggest names in music just to make songs, man, and they did great. This is their biggest hit, Handle with Care.
Handle me with care. I'm so tired of being lonely. I still have some love to give. Won't you show me that you really care? Everybody got somebody to lean on.
Singing lead on this is George Harrison, ex-Beatle. It was actually done and recorded, believe it or not, in Bob Dylan's garage. No kidding. Isn't that something? No kidding. The Traveling Wilburys featured George Harrison, Bob Dylan, Tom Petty, Roy Orbison, and Jeff Lynne. What an amazing group. Really, really something. Goodness sakes. And if you're wondering about the Wilburys, well, the names they gave themselves, Nelson Wilbury was George Harrison, Lucky Wilbury, Bob Dylan, Charlie T. Wilbury Jr.'s Tom Petty, Lefty Wilbury, Roy Orbison, and Otis Wilbury was Jeff Lynne from the Yellow, right? Geez, talking about having some amazing talent. Golly. Traveling Wilburys start us off. That's for Spike, by the way, in the great state of Montana. He requested that one. So, we'll just go ahead and get that played for him today on the show. And why don't we get you guys scooped up? Great show today. We'll talk about it here in a second. But first, I want to show you the LP cover. Here is what it looked like. The wonderful Traveling Wilburys. That is Spike's request because he said he likes Traveling Wilburys. There you go. Yep. We are an all-artist inclusive YouTubers here. Yeah. And we try and play the good stuff on the backside. Here it is. Talk about a super group. Man, they were really, really something. Traveling Wilburys. Hoo-hoo. Boy, oh boy. They were quite the act for sure. Let's get this show on the road before we get too old or something like that, I think. Yeah. Today is the, what is it? This 5th day. Already, 5th day of May. My goodness gracious. From around the world, wherever you may be. My name's Larry Dio. My call sign's Kilo 7 Hotel November. Welcome to Ham Radio Live. Well, yeah. It wasn't, it's not exactly how you normally start the show. But, it's an interesting song. And just the amount of artists they had in that. It's almost like a little super group they did. And kind of the same kind of genre. You think about like Bob Dylan, Tom Petty, kind of that same easy, almost, poetic writing style. George Harrison, same way, right? And then you had Jeff Lynne, and he was kind of much different than George and Bob. Like I know him on a first name basis, huh? If you'd like to get a ham radio license, we would love to help you do so. Contact the American Radio Relay League to help get your ham license at www.arrl.org. Just click on the contact part of their page, tell them you want your ham license, and where you live in the world, they will send back to you local to you ham radio club, www.arrl.org. Make sure and contact that club because they'll have someone who can help you get licensed. Also, a great Discord channel. We can help you with the licensing exam stuff. We can help you with all kinds of stuff. Or you can help us by just ingraining your knowledge with ours, and we'd love that. Ham-radio-live is where you'll catch us on Discord, also free of charge. We don't charge anything for any of this stuff. Also, a great webpage at www.hamradiolive.org, a one-stop shop for you to find out what's going on in the world of radio today or tomorrow, whenever you go. But just join us, and I hope you enjoy the website. Going to be down for a little bit this month as we do some ads to that. Rodney the Great doing that. We're grateful for him. Rodney, thank you in the Netherlands. Pop Alpha 9 Romeo Whiskey. Appreciate you. Yes, we certainly do. And the temperature outside today here in Central Florida is a balmy 93 with a heat index of 108. So, yeah, kind of a cool day today here in the beautiful state of Florida. Probably, I'd say a 50% chance we'll hit a thunderstorm during the program today. And if we do, we'll get through it. Let's find out who's first, second, and third on a Wednesday show, right? We got a good show, by the way, today. We're going to talk about YLs in radio. And for people who might be new to amateur radio, young ladies, okay? Don't have to necessarily be like 15. And we're talking about ladies in radio, okay? And we're going to feature someone who's done a YouTube channel for many, many years and her experience doing contesting. Hope you like that. Plus, we'll talk about the second level license here in the state. It's known as the general license. Some general ideas on exactly of what goes into that, things that you're going to need to learn to be able to pass the exam. And here in the States, that's really your entry into high frequency ham radio, which is where all the long distance calls are made. So it's really important here in the States that they kind of hold you back as a technician. And then once you move forward into a general license, now you get most of the frequencies to work in amateur radio. We'll talk about that today. Also, if we have some time, we'll talk about VOA CAP, which is Voice of America CAP. And it's really a neat program that the gang at Voice of America put together. It's how you can get out with your antenna the way it is, right? Let's say, for example, like, okay, we'll use me, just because I can speak fairly good about it. Hex beam on the ground, 1 meter high. How far will it transmit at 100 watts, right? Pointed, let's do north, right? And then it'll give you far field plots to let you know exactly what frequencies you can work on. It's really neat where you can be heard based on the current SFI. It's a neat program. We'll try and get to that today on the show. Depends on how long we go. Also some interesting trivia and a whole bunch of fun as well. Happy Wednesday, friends. First up, he's here from the great state of Wisconsin. His name is Bill Meyer. He is the King Nimrod, President Emeritus. He's truly the king. Let's give Bill today. Should we do the normal beep beep or should we do something fun for Bill? Gosh, I'm verklempt, Bill. Not sure what to do. All right, let's just give him the big meep meep anyway. Meep meep. Hey, Bill, good to see you, buddy. Kilo Off 8 Golf India Mike, our King Nimrod. Content number 2 is here. That's Barry Wendon. Golf 6, Juliet Mike X-Ray. Hello there, Barry. Good to see you. Pleasure is mine, my friend. Thanks for coming today. There is the Nimrod QRP president. That's Kevin in Iowa. Hi, Kev. Kilo Oscars. Sorry. Gosh, I hate this light. I'm going to get a different light in this studio. Sam, get on this. This is really bad. It's like, you know those You know those really powerfully bright lights that they use, right? Okay, so this is turned away from me. It's turned to the wall because it's fairly bright. And if I'm looking anywhere near the camera, it's close to the light. And then it's like, I can't read the screen because my eyes are blind. Sorry, Kevin. Kilo Zero, Kilo Lima Bravo. He's our third guy. Good to see you, Kevin. He says, hello, everybody from the Nimrod, comforts of cornfields of Iowa. Happy Wednesday. So wait a minute. As I understand, since you're the QRP president and Bill is the Nimrod overall president, right? Wouldn't that kind of, well, would you be kind of, well, would that make a corny joke? I better not lose my day job. Kev, good to see you. Thanks for coming, buddy. And we've got our dear friend Spike is here.
My boy!
Yes, it is. Spike, welcome, November 1, Alpha Quebec Hotel. He says, here with bait on my breath. Oh, gosh. So many ways we can go with that, but we're not going to go there. Kelly, welcome. That's Bill's partner in crime. Now, Kelly, would you consider yourself a Nimrod too? I'm just curious.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Never know. Just wondered. Wait, no, actually, that would work out. She's Queen Nimrod. Yes, she'd be Queen Nimrod or the First Lady, one or the other. But we give her great gifts of love and bestowing of grace and honor to Kelly because, well, her husband's the Nimrod. I love doing this show. Sometimes it's just fun. It is. And Spike, he's Spike first says, I've gotten too old. My body is protesting. I heard Kelly is a fox. Kelly's also Bill's wife, Spike. Keep your hands to yourself. Do. Look at this. Javier is here. Tango India 2, Juliet Sierra, all the way from Costa Rica. Woohoo! Hi, my friend. Good to see you. Look at this. This is great. He's also got a call sign here in the States. Kilo Charlie 2, Mike X-Ray Hotel. Javier, welcome. It's my honor to see you today. Thank you sincerely for coming. I mean that. I don't... Wow, I'm very honored. Thank you. Been blessed to make a call to you a few times, I think, and I've enjoyed both of them. Gosh, you've got a great signal. Holy crud. I remember, hold on. Let me see if I've got it. I might have it here in my log, just a second, in my files. Just a moment, because it's important. Because we've got Javier here from Costa Rica, and I want to be able to do the right thing here if we can. Just a second. We'll get to it. Just hang in there with me, please. You know, it's interesting because I remember the call very, very well because it came in with no QRM, with zero noise, and it also had no fade. His call came in brilliantly to me here. And I'm just trying to look through all the calls here. And if I can find it, Javier, I promise I will play it in the show because it was really my pleasure to make it. And you, gosh, what a signal. Oh, his signal was brilliant. It's good to see you. Thank you for joining us today on a Wednesday show. Seriously, thank you. Thank you. I am truly honored. And Javier, if I can find it, I will play that on the show. It's an honor to have you here for sure. And look, Jose is back. Welcome, Jose. He says, hi, everyone. Well, hello to you, too. It's nice to have you here. And let me see. I think, you guys are doing some talking going on there between Spike, Bill, and, Spike with a suggestion for Larry. He says, Larry, get some Orbison shades. I don't think he went to the dime store to get his shades, do you think? And Kelly, listen, this is very, very important because I want to make sure we're good. In fact, let's do this, folks. You know what? This just in. Kelly says, yes, I'm Queen Nimrod. Bow down to me, LOL. Something tells me I'm getting a bit of trouble right now. Bill says I have a contact at the school that I've been corresponding with. Oh, for the Nimrod thing. Oh, gosh. Bill, aim high, dude. Aim high. Cor Vortman, welcome. New York State is in the house. Good to see you. Gosh darn, I can't remember the full call sign. I'm so sorry. I truly am. Really. Also, Robert Varner's here from New Jersey. Welcome, Robert. Good to see you. All right, friends, let's get into that HF weather today because the lowering SFI is kind of dropping some stuff on 10 in the south, which I think you'll find interesting. So let's take a quick look at it. Here is your HF weather powered by ICOM. ICOM for the love of ham radio. Here is SFI 118. Just a second. My pen dropped and in our old house, Jack got a hold of a pen and it destroyed the carpet. So I'm just very, very, careful of dropping pens off the desk. So SFI 118, A is 10, K0, that's inactive, very quiet noise out there. BZ latitude's positive 1.8, solar winds down, nothing to worry about there. And HF band conditions look good. Again, we don't have any MUF out of Boulder, Colorado, but hey. It's been that way for about a year, and we hope that they can get a report in soon. That'd be great, especially since we're not waiting for it. Take a look as well at the 6 meter E-skip 4 and 2, all closed. It's the end. So no more 6, 2, and 4 E-skip until winter. But the good news is it comes back in about 4 months or so. Here's a magnetosphere view. There are some declining sunspot regions kind of leaving off of that eastern limb of the sun, kind of saying goodbye. Leaves us with 3. A 4th one is coming. Is it enough to keep our SFI this high? It depends on how big that sunspot region is, which they've named 4503. So if it's a big one and it's active, possibly. We'll see what happens, but I don't really think our SFI is going to be going up. I think it's going to go down here later today. We'll have to take a look. Maximum usable frequencies worldwide. Here's where you can really see how 12 meters and 10 have exited towards the tropics again. This is a very big correlation for you of the solar flux index number. When it goes back down again, you'll see 10 meters start to slide into the tropics where it's just normally at. So that's the reason why. Better SFI, we get better conditions, kind of how it works. Here's a look at the northern hemisphere. Gives you a good idea why 20 and 17 meters and 15 meters work so well. And those will continue through the rest of the week for sure. Southern hemisphere, here is where you see that 10 meter band just about miss Tasmania. It's just barely able to catch part of the island. So I would say Tasmania is still going to get 10, but it's getting close now to coming too far north. So we'll have to see how that goes later in the week. Your HF forecast for ham radio daytime, fairly stable solar flux index numbers, probably between 110 and 115. Starting later today when they release the new number. Expect some fading at times on the bands. Noise floor should be quiet, S0 to S2 through today, so it should be good. Best DX going to be on 20, 17, and 15 here in the northern hemisphere. Best DX in the south is going to be 20 to 10 meters. Nighttime ham bands going to be good SFI with quiet noise floors, some fading on signals at times. Nighttime bands 160, 80, 60, 40, and 20 meters. Sounds wonderful. Oh boy, after dark, don't be afraid to be on 20. You'll be thrilled you did. Shortwave DXers, daytime shortwave, got a good solar flux index number, and we don't have a lot of fading out there today. So good DX conditions for you to work your shortwave radio on 31, 25 meters, 22, 19, 15, and the 13 meter band. Nighttime shortwave DXers, stable SFIs, quiet noise floors through tonight, fading on signals at times, especially the weak ones, right? Shortwave nighttime from 120 meters down to 19, and 3 top DX bands tonight. Let's go with 75 meters, 41 meters, and the 19 meter band. And 19 after dark, by the way, will sound brilliant for about, here in the Northern Hemisphere, 19 after dark, about 3 hours. If you're in the Southern Hemisphere, about an hour to an hour and a half. There's your forecast. Thanks for listening, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you for coming today. I have enjoyed your emails overnight. Thank you for them. Got some song requests, which we'll try and get to. I enjoy receiving your song requests. It's one of those things that, quite honestly, I don't say enough because I don't get them very often. To be fair, I don't usually get them. But when I do get them, I'm really excited to get them. I also want to share something with you that was really, to me, it meant something. And so I want to share it. And I know this is due a direct thing from our dear friend Steve Hiscox. Steve's phone call sign, Mike 1 Sierra Delta Hotel. And I'm not able to find the piece here. I received something from Jürgen overnight. Jürgen in the one from Austria who was here yesterday. And Jürgen invited me to go on to the European Ham Radio Show very soon. So I would love to do that, and I would be very honored to. I want to thank Steve for that, because without Steve doing that, never would have happened. And I hope the stuff you talked about, Larry, over the weekend in Europe wasn't awful, that you maybe said some good things there, okay? Oh, my goodness. So I'm looking forward to that. And no other email to share with you. I was going to show you right here the logo for the European Ham Radio Show, but I couldn't do that because for some reason it's not here. By the way, just in case you were wondering, probably should tell you, we do have some news that might be of interest. Here in Ham Radio, we acknowledge people who go above and beyond and do a great thing in the world. Not only because of the calls they make, but because of the shirts that they wear. Yes, are talking about our friend Bill the Nimrod. Bill, never going to let that go. I'm going to keep doing it because it's a lot of fun to do, and frankly, it's a bunch of fun to do. By the way, today I was on the radio. I was getting some stuff for the show, which you'll like, I think. You know, you get those ads, and sometimes the ads are like so out there, you're like going, did I just hear that? Because it can't be real. Okay. I'm not kidding. So I get this ad that pops up, and I was just replaying some of the baseball highlights from last night, right? And the guy says it. I'm like, oh, I have to record this. This would be great for Ham Radio Live. Should I play it? You want to hear it? Wait for it. It's coming up. It's well worth it. Today's topic question: what can ham radio manufacturers do for you to buy one of their transceivers? Brand new. What would they have to do? Now, this could be a money thing. It could be modes. It could be a styling issue. What can ham radio manufacturers worldwide do to earn your money? Let us know in the comment section, and we'll make it part of this program. Sorry I didn't add that earlier. It's kind of an interesting little segment that I hope you enjoy, all right? We're going to get into a little segment here about why that's there, I don't know. Gone. Okay. We're going to talk about something different, and I think really neat. VOA Cap's been around ham radio for a long time. Shortwave people even know about this because before I became a ham, I knew about Voice of America Cap. It's a great way to know about how your antenna is going to radiate. And even with low power, like for Kev, Kilo Zero, Kilo Lima Bravo in Iowa, he loves to work QRP. This one does too. It's a QRP school video. It's really good. Let me show you really quick. If you've ever wondered about building an antenna and then wondering how well is this going to work if I use low power, right? Or how well it would work if I run 100 watts, okay? And what's it going to take on the other side of the world or another country for somebody to hear that signal? Watch this. Great video by QRP School. Here you go.
Hey everybody, I'm Cliff, N4CCB. In this video, we're going to talk about propagation prediction through a very cool website called voacap.com. Now, voacap is Voice of America Coverage Analysis Program, and it's been 50 years in the making to get it to the point where it is now. There's a lot to it, but you don't have to know very much in order to get a lot of benefit from it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you the basics and show you how to create cool coverage maps like this. And let's get started right now. So this is what you see when you get to the voacap.com website. And what you're going to do is scroll to look at this cool goodness of what's available. And let's just start out with the coverage area map, because that is the most visually interesting thing they've got. So I'm going to just drag the map over here. You can drag this little transmitter site icon and drop it over where you are. And of course you can zoom in and get that, very accurate if you want to. An alternative is to come over here and just select the location. So since we're in America, I'm going to scroll down here to the W's, and there's an entry here for Nashville, where I live, or close to where I live anyway. So all you have to do is to fill in this information to get a map. So it's 2018, it's May. Right now it's actually 1915 UTC as I record this. And I'm going to do this for a period of 12 hours. So I'm going to get from 2 o'clock this afternoon right now, my time, till 2 o'clock in the morning by doing this. Instructions say just to leave the sunspot number blank because the website knows what the number is. Sadly today I think it's 0 or thereabouts. The transmit antenna I'm using is a quarter-wave vertical with a good ground in my backyard. And let's say I'm going to use 5 watts, as I most often do. And let's look at it for 40 meters. How about that? CW 40 meters. And let's assume that the receiving sites don't have an amazing antenna. They've just got a, dipole. All right, and well, one more thing here. You can choose what noise level they've got. Let's say they're residential. Makes it a little worse. And now let's run the prediction. So by clicking this button, this information goes back to the server, and the server creates, in this case, 12 images because I've asked for 12 hours worth. Okay, so this is what it looks like right now. This is what the software believes my coverage is right now on 40 meters at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay, now I realize it's extremely dark, right? That makes it a bit tough to show. But if you look closer at it, he's right there in North America, and it shows the red area. That's going to be where he's most likely going to be heard. That blue, that's the fringe of his signal, just so you can understand it just a bit better.
19 UTC time. I'm going to scroll down and notice how this changes over time. Now we're at 4 o'clock.
Also, this is important. I should say this for new hams that want to know what band to work when, because lots of them will work 40 meters at night and they'll make a call or two, right? And they keep it on 40. They go the next day and they're not making any calls at all, or the ones they make are in their own state or somewhere nearby. This shows what happens on a nighttime band during the day, and let's kind of rewind this just a skosh. It's not going to be too much longer, guys. This is during the daytime, and it's a great illustration why 40 is a nighttime band, not a daytime band, and what happens when it goes into night, even with a QRP transmission, just how far it can go at QRP levels.
Believes my coverage is right now on 40 meters at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, or 19 UTC time. I'm going to scroll down and notice how this changes over time. Now we're at 4 o'clock in the afternoon for me, and 5. See how that's growing? 6. So by 6 o'clock I can pretty much work anywhere in Middle America, down south even to Cuba, up to New England. And as I continue on, by the time we get to here, I can pretty much talk to everybody in America. Now this is like 9 o'clock at night my time now, I think. But this is very interesting. As a matter of fact, I'm going to just take all these 12 pictures that were generated, and I'm going to put them into a little video and animate them so that you can kind of see by flipping through these very quickly
We'll just
what you
watch
get.
that, then we'll stop. Take a good look at this. As it goes to night, QRP level, look at how it illuminates the signal. That's pretty impressive, right?
Okay, that was what, 40
No matter
meters.
what you want to do in radio, you can figure out from day or night how well your antenna, the way it's designed, is going to work. Let me show you real quick a little bit of VOA Cap. We're going to go to a split screen and let you see it. Just go online, VOACAP, all it takes. It's the Voice of America Cover Analysis Program. That's what it stands for. Just click on it, and then it'll give you some ideas. It'll let you know about what the program is, about their services and everything. And basically, it's free. That's the best part. It even has VOA Cap for people on Citizens Band. I love that. So, and if you're in shortwave, look at this. VOA Cap for shortwave. This is a great site, if you've never used it, to get a good idea of what propagation is like. Let's click on the ham radio one, and I'll show you really quick. This doesn't do 160 meters. It'll do 80 up. So that's how it works, all right? Basically, you just get the world map then, and it'll like start your transmission point right up here, okay? So it's going to say transmit, select the location, and then you can scroll down if you want to and you know, figure it out. But for me, let's just, I believe it's, let me just try to go to North America here. If I can get there here. It's very small for me to read this. It really is. So let me just do this. I'm going to put in, I wonder if it'll do this. No, it won't. Okay, never mind. So you would select a site, and that's Ho Chi Minh City. There's Georgia. I don't know if they mean the Georgia in Florida here in the States, or they mean one from Russia. So anyway, you scroll down, and I'll be honest, for me, guys, this is impossible to see. It's a little too small. I need to be able to see a little bit better, but that gives you an idea of how good it is. And then basically, or you put your grid square in, that's a fast way to do it. And then you are looking for reception somewhere else in the world. Let's say, for example, you wanted to work the United Kingdom. You could put a pin here on it if you want to, or simply just put UK, I believe. But anyway, you'll figure it out when you go on there and play with it a little bit. And it'll give you the best band and time of day to work that location. That's the beauty of VOA Cap. I've used it before, and it's a neat program because what VOA Cap allows you to do, it allows you to know if you're looking for a specific place on Earth to work, the best way to work it, what band and what time to do it, right? Based on the current solar conditions. That's the beauty of VOA Cap. An awful lot of stuff is in this program, and I encourage you to play with it just a little bit because VOA Cap can help you to get worked all states, worked all continents, worked all of a continent. There's lots of things that VOA Cap does, and my favorite part, it's free of charge. Love that very, very much. Okay, we also have another little thing to talk about, and this one, we've never covered a subject for females on this show. Not once, and I'm sorry for the ladies who have watched this program. There's not a ton of YLs in amateur radio, but there are some, and there are even fewer that do YouTube work. One of them is quite well known. It's YL Reza. Now, Reza is a wonderful YouTube channel you can follow and learn about her world in amateur radio. She's worked in a contest from Russia. Let's take a quick look. This is courtesy of her YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe, please.
United Bravo 1 Alpha Oscar Alpha.
2591772. Uniform Bravo 1 Oscar.
Uniform Bravo 1 Alpha Oscar Alpha. Thank you. 59 number 93. 93 QSL.
Okay, United Bravo 1 Alpha Oscar Alpha 591772.
Thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you, bye-bye. Italy Kilo 3 Uniform November.
Now, the radio's down there below to her right. That's an ICOM 7100. You can tell by the slanted screen.
United Bravo 1 Alpha Oscar Alpha. United Bravo 1 Alpha Oscar Alpha.
Echo Radio 3, Echo Radio 3.
Lima X-ray.
115.
United Bravo 1 Alpha Oscar Alpha.
The Oscar Alpha, continue Oscar Alpha again.
United Bravo 1 Alpha Oscar Alpha. United Bravo 1 America Ontario America.
United Bravo 1 Alpha Oscar Alpha. 5912291229.
Thank you very much. 59 number 94. 94 QSL.
X-ray 20 India, Lincoln X-ray 20 India.
United Bravo 1 Alpha Oscar Alpha. Repeat please.
657.
Thank you. Your 5995 number 95. 88.
Some neat stuff in amateur radio going on, right? And we don't have a lot of YLs that are in ham radio. And I encourage you, if you are a female and you're interested in this hobby, to give it a good shot, because it's not so much about, I guess, the, meeting guys or whatever. It's nothing like that. But it's about making great friends that are on the radio, and you simply start making calls. And I guarantee it, if you're a while, holy mackerel, you're going to get quite the pile up, because there's a lot of guys out there who love to work YLs in ham radio. They are truly an asset to us worldwide. Reza, thank you for a great video. Appreciate that. Very, very much. Today's topic question has to do with the radio industry, all right? How can ham radio manufacturers make you buy their radio? What can they do differently to allow you to buy their products? Got some interesting comments on this, which I think will be interesting. I want to first welcome Cor Vortman in New York State. Cor's call sign, Kilo Echo 2 Golf Delta Delta. Thank you for the call sign, buddy. I needed that. Dennis is here from Iowa. Good to see you, Dennis. Kilo Fox 0, Romeo Juliet X-ray, I believe. Gosh, this light is killing me today. Kilo Fox 0, Romeo Lima X-ray. Dennis, my apologies. This is not good working conditions today here. And Bill, I'm glad Nimrod Nation is good. It should be. And Kelly says, what a heartthrob. I'm sure she's talking about Mickey Dolenz of the Beatles. Monkeys, Beatles. Psst, joke would have been better if I'd done it differently. Anyway. This is a neat one. I like this. This is from our friend in Costa Rica. All right. And I love the comment because this was important as well to my father-in-law, who's a ham in California. This one's come from Javier. Javier's call sign in Costa Rica, Tango India 2, Juliet Sierra. Here in the state, Kilo Charlie 2, Mike X-Ray Hotel. What Javier says, have an external display port. Now, for some people in amateur radio, that might not seem like a big deal. But look what I just went through trying to squint through the tiny font on the VOA CAP site, right? I couldn't read it. Now, I could have brought the trusty magnifying glass out and try and read it that way, but that would have even made it more awkward to try and stutter through the list of places in the world you can put into their system. But the point is, when looking at an amateur radio display, right, pan adapter screen, where the signals are, all of that, having an external display is a big deal to a lot of people in amateur radio. In fact, there was a lot of people who wouldn't buy the 7300 because it didn't have an external display. Now the Mark II does, but the original 7300 did not. That's a great comment. Javier, that's up there for comment of the show. Well done. It is, because that is a big deal to a lot of people in amateur radio. Definitely a big one. Javier, thank you. Love the comment. I can definitely see that as being a very, very big deal for sure. Also on this one here, today's topic question, what can ham radio manufacturers do for you to buy one of their transceivers? Okay. Let's see. Robert Varner, New Jersey, he says, knock off $500 on the price of their radios. Interesting you say that, because there are a lot of rebates that are on ham radios right now. Not 500, but still, there are some decent rebates out there. There's been talk that the Yaesu 991A is going out of production, that they have not stopped production. That's something I want to make clear. Yaesu has not made any announcement that they've discontinued the 991A. Now, they have said that finding components for it are getting difficult for them. It's getting difficult. Well, it's because it's a super heterodyne radio, and most of the manufacturers, right, they've went to software-defined radios, computers in a box, basically. But a super het requires a crystal or two, and it requires other circuitry. And time is passing us by. Without like the big 4 or 5 making super hets anymore, those parts are getting to be pretty expensive. So, it's only a matter of time for all super heterodynes to maybe go off the market. But currently the 991A is not scheduled to get off of the market. But when I looked at it the other day, I was really surprised at how little the price has come down. Hold on, let me show you. I'll go back to split screen. It's not going to be a tiny picture this time, which is going to be great because that was just an epic failure. Hold on. So we're going to go to, let's just do this. Let's just go Yaesu 991A prices. All right. And it's going to give us here. So $1399.95. And I understand it's a lot of money. And I also know the FT1 is a radio that they're saying, people are saying that's going to replace it because it's HF plus, 2 and 70 in a box. Same thing, but it's software defined versus super heterodyne. That's the difference. $400 difference, right? So if you look here, you'll see the $13.99, but there is a rebate out there on this radio, and I got to remember which one it is. Maybe it's the FT1. Let's look real quick. Yeah, here it is. $150. And, that's not the 500 like you're talking about, Robert, but I think that some of the manufacturers are certainly trying to bring prices down. I think price is a big deal. Now, I remember when the FTDX 10 came out, okay? When the 10 came out, it was priced at $15.99. And people were, no, $17.99, pardon me. People were just snatching it up like crazy. It was a baby 101. And I was like, that rate is probably going to be below $1,400 because of what typically happens on the price of all ham radios. If you want to pay more for it when it's new, so you can be one of the first to have it, you'll pay more for it. Fine. As long as you're happy, keep it for a long time and enjoy it. Or it's your business, whatever you want to do with it. But the point is, prices of ham radios go down precipitously the first year. You don't have to be the first one in the market to have one, but you can wait a year and then get a good price on it. That's what I would suggest. If you're super interested in any amateur radio that's like brand new right now, wait a little bit and get a better price. But I like what Robert said, because what Robert says right here, is very real. I think price is a big deal on amateur radio. When you have a price that's way up here, and then you bring it way down here where people, and that's a little easier to buy for me, and then the sales start going up. That's the way they do it. But the first 6 months, man, they're trying to get all they can. Robert, that's a nice comment. I think it's very realistic comment as well. Thank you. That could also be a comment of the show because it's very true. It really is. Andy New, welcome. Mike 7, Charlie U, November from Bristol. Good to see you, my friend. Today's topical question, what can ham radio manufacturers do for you so you'll buy one of their radios? Joshua, welcome. Kilo Mike 7, Charlie Oscar Juliet. That is Everett, Washington joining us. Thanks for being here, my friend. It's always a pleasure to see you. And Rob Sabato joins us again. Goodness, Rob, it's been a while. Thanks for coming back. Always a better show when you're here. Spike in Montana, quit teasing us and making us wait till the Japanese convention. Though I get that. I mean, yeah, here's, why they're doing it. I mean, you spend a lot of time in Hollywood, so you know this. The more you can get people talking about something, the more anticipation there is for it. And ham radio is such a niche market. It's infinitesimal compared to other types of hobbies, some that can be very, very expensive. Like, think of car collecting, right? My hobby is car collecting. I've got like these 12 old cars here. Oh my gosh, tens of thousands of dollars there. But in amateur radio, to have a new product that you want to show the public and you're ready to show the public, but let's build up some anticipation first. So when we launch it, we can sell a ton of them. And then people will say, gosh, I can't find this radio. It's just not out there. And what does that do? It creates even more buy demand. If you've got a good radio at a good price, you'll have great sales results. That's why when we talked about, what was that radio? It's the new 100-watt Zygu. The new Zygu was 7250 coming out, right? And I said, that radio probably is going to be if they do this right, I think, come out of the gate, they're probably going to come out of the gate at $11.99, maybe. But the target for that would be $9.99. Get it under $1,000. 100 watts, HF, all kinds of stuff on it. But keep in mind that as for the specs on that radio, it doesn't have that that Zygu, we can tune a wet string antenna tuner on it. It's a 3-to-1. So something to keep in mind on that radio. If it were that radio that could tune a wet string, like the G90s, right? Or the 6100, 6200, they all did that, right? But at QRP levels. But if the 100-watt one could do that at under $1,000, you've got a 7-inch touchscreen, same size as my 7610 over here, same size as the 101D and MP, same size as the Elecraft K4. It's a big screen. Under $1,000, that thing would sell like hotcakes. It would. And it's just because the value there of the big screen, which is a big deal, and being able to, hook it up to another big screen and have 100 watts on board. For under $1,000, it'll sell like a madhouse. It will. It'll do incredible. We shall see, said the blind man. My friend Tom says that. Alpha Echo 1 Tango Papa. Please, no cards and letters. I'm not making fun of the blind here. For goodness sakes, I don't do that here. Jeez. Nobody say that, please. Dennis in Iowa says at least they haven't started a monthly subscription plan for ham radio. Oh, man. Wouldn't that suck? Oh, well, to use the sun today, you're going to have to, pay us another $15.99. Sorry. Didn't receive your money in time. Now you have a late fee, too. Did I tell you? Oh, my gosh, I have to do this.
And now, a Larry moment.
So I came home just like 3 weeks ago, right? And I'd walked Miley, our dog, and I'm not kidding you. I come home and I always have the house the same way because I feed the dogs, give them their medication, walk the dogs, right? And so I've got the kitchen lights on, the counter lights are on, and I've got the Alexa playing American Top 40 classic shows. Okay, so I leave, there's sound in the house, and there's lights on. I come in with Miley, and all of a sudden, there's no lights and there's no noise. Not at all, not a single bit. And I'm like, wow, our power's out. So I go and I check the coverage map for the company, right? That's our electrical provider. Nope, no power outage. So I call them and they say, oh yeah, we didn't receive your payment on time. We show you being a month delinquent. And for us to be able to get you started again, we're going to need to have a $40 late fee. Wait for it. Plus, you'll need to pay the full back balance. And from now on, we're going to need to have $400 deposit from you to have in an account for us here. So in case you are late again, we can pull from that money. I said, are you out of your mind? You're taking something from somebody who already is late paying you, and you're going to charge them another $400 on top of that? They can't pay you to begin with. What are you thinking? And the lady goes, sir, I'm very sorry. I just have to tell you the rules. It's not my own thing. It's the company policy. I'm like, I would like to speak with your supervisor, please.
Boss, head man, top dog, big cheese, a head honcho.
Captain!
So she transfers me, right? And they say, that's just our policy. Got to do it. It was $720. I kid you not. No joke, $720. Now it's going to be like 95 degrees outside, which means the house with no air conditioning, it'd be about 110. And I'm like, I got to get the air's got to get on. I got to turn the AC back on. We got to get lights back in the house. Okay, fine. So I called them to make the payment because that's the only way you could do it. You can't talk to a human to make the payment, right? And they're like, no, just call the number and then they're going to, we can pay it that way. Okay. So the stupid account number then asks me to give them my PIN. My PIN. I'm like, I don't know what the PIN is. So I'm punch in a few numbers that I would normally use, negative, and hangs up. Call a second time. Same thing. Use two more numbers that are typically I'll use. No, sorry, click. Third time I call to talk to a human, right? And they say, oh, that's the last four of your social security number. It would have been nice to tell me that when you told me I have to call the automated system and make the call to pay my bill that I owe you. Okay. So I called the automated robot again. I give them the PIN that they need. And now it's $999.01. I'm not kidding. That's what happened. 720 went to $999.01. I was furious. I'm like, I get the lights on. I'll deal with this now, and I'll deal with the refund tomorrow. So I paid the $999.01. I come home. Casey Kason's back on there, and the lights are back on. I can hear the air conditioning running. I call Karen. She's at work. And I'm like, Karen, I know you can't pick up your phone, but this is what happened. Our lights were out. I had to call the power company. It went from $720 owed, plus including a $400 deposit. Oh, and then it went to $999.01. So she felt so bad, like for a week. Awful, right? And so the power company then, this week, it took 2 weeks, gave me the $400 back. So there's the whole dang story. Holy crud. $999.01. Oh, man. I asked Karen, how'd this happen? She said, I just forgot. I'm sorry. I said, 2 months in a row? Yeah. Well, anyway, today's topic question, what can ham radio manufacturers do for you to help make them sell radios to you? Jeff, he says sometimes all the bugs aren't quite worked out. Yes, that's another thing. Instead of buying it when it's brand spanking new. The bugs, they got to get them worked out. But that's why you see like radios, they have like update, like version 2.1, 3.1, blah, blah, blah. He's right, 100%. Sometimes all the bugs aren't quite worked out of the brand new radios to the market. Best to wait for fixes and price drops after a year. Brilliant comment. Yes. Yes, it doesn't matter who makes the radio. They all have updates after the fact. Jeff, great comment. Great comment. Joshua in Washington State, yes, and the resale market bubble needs to burst also. These electronics degrade and just aren't worth what was paid retail years ago. You know, it's interesting you mentioned that because I'll tell you this, ham radios don't depreciate nearly as much as other electronic items do. Price, for example, a quality TV set, right? A good TV might cost $1,500, right? But then when you go and you use it, you don't like it, maybe it just doesn't sound good or you don't like the way it looks, it's not bright enough, whatever. You're going to get hosed on the resale. I mean, you're going to have people come to your house, see that it works, then unscrew it from the wall, all the stuff, right? But in ham radio, you've lost maybe 10, 15, 20%, and it's a year and a half old. It's amazing how these radios just hang in there with money, unless it's not a good radio. It's a bad design, or people really haven't bought into it. You know, I'm trying to think of a good example. Oh, I got one for you. When Yaesu came out, because I remember this with the 2000, it was a flop. It was not anything like the 1000 was. Looked kind of like it, but it wasn't. And it wasn't hugely popular. So if you had one used, you probably weren't getting a ton of people looking to buy it only because it wasn't a popular model. If you had the 1000, yeah, great market for it. Absolutely. Same thing with the 7300. Like Tom says, it's like Volkswagen Beetles. Everyone has a 7300, right? But when you go and look at used prices, they're still like $700. And the radio retails new for like $999, something like that. So $299 to get one with a warranty or get one used that's maybe been used to run digital modes for 30 hours and, 100 watts, who knows? But the point is, getting used radios is very expensive. And Joshua, you are 100% right. Totally buy that. Absolutely. Andy in Bristol, lower the price and include a top class tuner and noise reduction. So when you say top class tuner, are you talking about like your G90 was, where it would tune like crazy things, like Kevin's does, right? He tunes up like church bells and all kinds. I think he uses a tuner to help him, but for the most part, like he can use it without a tuner and the radio will tune it because it's just wild how that G90 can tune. So are you talking about like when you say top class, like a G90? Because I think even Zygu is having a hard time developing a tuner, an inboard tuner, I mean one inside the radio for the 7250 that's going to be able to tune like the G90 does. Because it would have to be a lot more powerful circuit because you're doing 5 times the power. You see what I'm saying? To be able to protect the MOSFET that's going to be the 100-watt amplifier part of the radio. It's interesting because that's the one thing that was missing from that radio release on the 7250, the tuner. Not going to be like the G90, but I love where you're going, Andy. Always have something good to say. Andy, thank you for coming today. You're always got something sharp. Spike, Kenwood could make a shack in the box. That would be pretty attractive. Oh, man. 100% agree there. Heck yes. You know, sorry, guys. Kenwood hasn't come out with a software-defined radio HF yet. No HF. If this new radio that they're talking about coming out with is an HF plus 2 plus 70, has a color touchscreen, has the external display port, has multiple antenna inputs, right? I mean, and it replaces like the 990, but not really, because it also has VHF and UHF on board. Man, that would be a great radio, wouldn't it, Spike? Holy cow. Plus you'd have the Kenwood quality. Man, if they made us wait this long to give us an SDR shack in the box, could really be worth the wait. Love the comment. Thank you, Spike. November 1, Alpha Quebec Hotel. That's a great comment, really is. Also welcoming Gunter, DK50NV, where it's 104 degrees inside his loft. Man, oh man. Well, good thing is it's the last month of summer, buddy. That's the only thing I can think of saying here. Okay, so let me get to the part where I can show you this is funny. This is funny. So I'm watching this video today, right? I'm just watching in the morning, right? Feeding the dogs, giving their medicine, the whole 9 yards. And I go ahead and I get the dogs walked, right? Got Jill's walked, Miley's walked, getting ready for Jack to walk. And then...
And now, a Larry moment.
I get an ad on my phone, and I'm like, this can't be a real thing. And it's like a doctor talking. I'm like, oh man, I guess it is. Oh, the guys on YouTube got to hear this. So I hit my record, and this essentially is the problem that you might have that this product thankfully can solve.
You have poop paralysis.
Hear that? I'll play it once more. You might have this problem, and it's not constipation. Nope. Don't have to add fiber. Nope. Don't have to use a laxative. Nope. You might have this.
You have poop paralysis.
I was like, oh my gosh, that's the best thing ever. I've got to put that on the YouTube show.
Thank you. Thank
Oh
you.
my gosh, that's funny. Poop paralysis. Oh. I just can't go to the bathroom, that's all. Well, here we go. Let's get you to the Angry Hams, and we got trivia coming up next.
On a scale of 1 to 10, we give it a 3.
Oh, well, maybe it wasn't that good. Let's give it a 1.
You gave him a 1?
He's never been better.
Question number 1 of 3 today. The famous S-line ham equipment was made by who? A. Collins, B. Drake, C. Johnson, or D. Heathkit? The S-line. A, B, C, or D. Go get it. Good luck. The S-line. I want to welcome Tom in Bulgaria. Hi, buddy. Good to see you. Alpha Echo 1 Tango Papa Alpha 92 Golf Whiskey in the Kingdom of Bahrain. Great to see you, my friend. Absolutely. Dennis, thanks, AI. Appreciate that. Gosh, I couldn't believe that. Poop paralysis. This is comment of the show territory as well. I just turned in and I feel like I'm in debt. Oh my gosh, that's great. This is one of the best opening comments ever. First in today on this one is Andy New. He has A. Collins, and he is the trivia guru for that good reason. Well done, Andy. Good job. Yeah, Mike 7, Charlie November. It is A. Collins. He got it. Gunter stepped in, got it as well, and Spike and Jose got A. Barry got it, and Bill and Kel, welcome. Good to see you, buddy. As always, it's a pleasure. Comment, questions, and all the good stuff. Thank you for bringing them today on a Wednesday show. Question 2. Which circuit component is typically operated in its reverse breakdown region? Is it A, the ceramic capacitor, B, the field effect transistor, C, the electrolytic capacitor, or is it D, the Zener diode? A, B, C, or D? Go get it and good luck. It's Spike. Oh, that's it right there, buddy, right there.
You have poop paralysis.
Gosh, I can't poop. Jose, you heard the one about the doctor who told the patient he has 6 months to live. I can't pay the bill. Okay, I will give you 6 more months then. That's brilliant. You know what's great is when Larry gives you one like this. Look at the comments read. This is great. Right away. D, D, D. And there's a reason that there's D, because as Joshua said, you gave us a freebie. That's 100% correct. Well done, guys. Yep. Oh my gosh. How did I do that again? I haven't done that in months, but there you go. Andy is 2 for 2. Can he go 3 for 3? He's done this before. We'll see if he can do it again. Here is the last question. The TX62 tube transmitter was manufactured by what company? A, Hallicrafters, B, Hammerland, C, Amico, D, Heathkit, A, B, C, or D. Can Andy go 3 for 3? Here we go. The TX62. By the way, here it is. That's something beautiful, beautiful. Oh my gosh, I love doing this show. It's a lot of fun. It really is. Oh boy. Andy New in Bristol, he's trying. Boy, he's trying so hard. Can Andy go 3 for 3? C, Amico. He's just done it. 3 for 3. Wow. Andy, look at you. You were the first one to come in, and you got it again. He's the only one now that has done it twice. Amico, the TX72 tube series. Joshua also got it. So did Tom, Barry, and Kel in Norway. Lima Bravo Zero Yankee India. And Spike says, E, Radio Shack. Bill also with that one, right? Here's what it looked like back in its former glory, the Amico TX62 transmitter. This one's not working, but it was like, I think $275 for the unit. But there you go. That's what they looked like. This is back in the days, remember, when they had like tube radios, for receivers, and they had, the tube transmitters too, because the solid state stuff just hadn't made it yet into amateur radio. Andy knew, wow, again, the first one to ever go back 2 times 3 for 3. Well done. Andy, that's fantastic. Seriously, buddy, I'm happy for you. What a great day. Seriously. Final question. Final chance to get your 2 cents in here today on this topic question. What can ham radio manufacturers do for you to buy one of their transceivers? Neat comments today, and I like them. Let me go back to just a few of them, and then I'll play the one that we've got. Random Notes Random says, I love multiple USB-C ports on desktop hardware, one for CAT, audio, and digital modes, another for SDR waterfall, video to an external monitor, etc. That's a really neat comment. See, connectivity is a big deal because he likes to work other modes. He likes to see them as well. Great comment. That's actually a great comment. Thank you very much. I like that very, very much. That's a good comment. Because you've got your audio, you've got your CAT control. You want to be able to run your laptop to run, say, FT8, and plus you want it on a screen. Neat stuff. Love that. Bill, yes, he actually spelled it well, too, and I like the fact that you kind of liked about it.
You have poop paralysis.
Thank you. Barry Wenden, he says, I have already got the transceiver, Larry, and it's the one that you want. Yes. Thank you, Barry. Okay. Tom, would be great if we had another replacement full feature modern radio like the FT847. Mm-hmm. I like what Spike said about the Kenwood, right? Because like if Kenwood's been making us wait all this time, but they're doing a Shack in the Box SDR, well, now that changes the game a lot, doesn't it? That would be a great radio. It sure would. Love that. Gunter, it's not that you can do for your radio manufacturer, it's what your radio manufacturer can do for you. Yes.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Yes. Today's topic question. That's right. Okay, good. Thank you, Andy. I appreciate that. Gunter, what could ICOM do to make Uncle Gunter really happy? Let him have an ICOM 7300 Mark II for free. Larry, could you please play Dreamer by Supertramp? Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Gunter, thank you. I'm getting a list because I'm getting a lot of requests for songs. Dreamer's a good song. It is. Okay. Let me write that down so I don't forget it. I've already got like some from the emails. Thanks, Gunter. Appreciate that. Spike says, oh, this is interesting. Offer trade-in options. You know, so if you go to the ham store, you buy a radio, you can always trade a radio, and you can do that. Like at HRO and stuff, often they'll tell me what you got. Now, if you've got like, if you're going to go in there with that, like, what is it? If you pop into like your HRO and say, yeah, I've got a little trade in here. It's the Miko TX62. They might not be too happy with that, but boy, they'll sure laugh in the back room with you for trying. It's like, don't do that. Bring them a modern radio, for trade-in. I guess a great comment. I like that. Tom, free electrons are not free, so it seems, and there are more in Florida. Oh gosh. Good. This is a unique comment from Bill too. It's probably best if the radio manufacturers don't do more to tempt me to buy more radios. Tom is like, he's collecting too. So it just happens, man. Rob says, I have to eat 73, all.
Thank you.
Glad you came. Thank you for coming. Comment of the program today, gonna be Spike. Gotta be. Kenwood could make a Shack in the Box. That would be pretty attractive. Picture this. Kenwood had the dirt already over the top of the grave, right? Forgotten. Yeah, they're still producing ham radios, right? But they're really not relevant because Yaesu and ICOM and Flex and Elecraft, they've already got SDRs and they're way out in front. And then little Kenwood comes back like a little mighty mite with a punch to the jaw. It says, okay, we got an SDR now. It's HF plus 6 plus 2 plus 4 plus 70. And it's full power. Ooh, that would sure raise some eyebrows, wouldn't it? Spike, that's an excellent comment. I love it because we don't get enough about Kenwood. Thank you, buddy. Good comment. Comment of the show. Comment of the show. Love that. And Andy also's up there too. Lower the price, include a great tuner that can tune more than just 3-to-1. Yeah, I think they can do that. I don't know why they haven't though, but I like the idea because it should happen that way. Also, I want to get back real quick because there is one more comment. And this one's out of Costa Rica. My father-in-law, same thing. External display port, big deal to him. And that's exactly what's said here by Javier. Have an external display port. It's important, guys. Whether you want to believe it or not, it can be important. All right, end of the program. Oh, what do I think? I'll be honest. I think if the new Zygu is going to be 7-inch screen, SDR, 100 watts, and it has the G90 tuner in it, that can protect the 100-watt final, right? That'll be a killer at under $1,000. It would be a big seller, no question about it. That would be my thought on that. The Radio Society of Great Britain would love to help you get your ham license. Reach out to them at www.rsgb.org. Click on the contact part of their page. Tell them you'd like your ham license and where you live. They'll send back to you a local to you ham radio club. And it's like that. Contact the club they give you. The club will help you get licensed. www.rsgb.org to the Radio Society of Great Britain. Just a few weeks ago, in Canada, they lost 6 radio stations. Did you know that? Just a second. And when these guys went off the air, they didn't go off the air with like any big fanfare. At least I know of 2, because I looked online and I got to hear the end of their existence, essentially, on terrestrial radio. All right. It was the wildest thing I've ever heard. They truly cut them off in the middle of a program. It went dead air, and then it was like the nightlight service. This frequency is no longer being used. Thank you for listening. Go to this other source for news. I was like, wait, what? You're not going to give a call sign. You're not going to give the history of the station. You're not going to play your national anthem. Nothing. You got to hear it. It's wild. And there were 6 that were cut the same day, not just AM and just AM. They were AM and FMs. They were owned by Rogers. Rogers in Canada is a huge company, and they own a lot of radio stations, but they axed 6 of them in July. We'll play the news part of that, and it'll just have like the nightlight announcement, and we'll play the last few seconds of the one in BC as it just faded from existence. Gosh, it's a shame. We cannot lose AM radio in this generation. But boy, we are running towards it too fast right now. We have got to save AM. I hope we can. Wherever you may be, tomorrow's show might be a skosh late. I've got a doctor's appointment, and it's kind of one of those ones where I might find out about a little more of my...
You have poop paralysis.
Not that kind of doctor. I have to go in for my skin cancer stuff, so might be a bit late tomorrow, but I'll be here. Until then, wherever you may be. God bless you. Thanks for watching Ham Radio Live. Goodbye, everybody. Enjoy the commercial again that we played from the other day, but this thing from Canada is wild. Goodbye, everybody.
What are you doing this weekend? I'm putting up a retaining wall. Do it yourself? No, I'm going to get some broken. Oh, come on, mate. Do it yourself. She's a pretty big job. Oh, you'll be right. You reckon? We can knock it over in half a day. Yeah? Get a couple bites around. Hey, Jonesy! Huh? Give us a hammer for job Saturday. Mate, you're dreaming. Aussies. Oh, no surprises there.
DIY. It's in our DNA.
Today is the last day Sportsnet 650 will be on the air. We are proud to have served Vancouver sports fans. Thank you to everyone who contributed to the station over the years, especially our listeners. Today is the last day 1130 News Radio will be on the air. We are proud to have served Vancouver and Lower Mainland. Thank you to everyone who contributed to the station over the years.
This is the nightlight for each one of these 6 that went down. By the way, that view right there is a view looking towards the northwest from Vancouver, British Columbia, one of the most beautiful places on planet Earth. God bless you. Goodbye, everybody.
Thanks to you for listening to 1130 News Radio. Local news coverage in your community will continue on citynews.ca, City News TV newscasts, and City News 24/7. Today is the last day 660 News Radio will be on the air. We are proud to have served Calgary and the surrounding area. Thank you to everyone who contributed to the station over the years, and thanks to you for listening to 660 News Radio. Local news coverage in your community will continue on citynews.ca, City News TV newscasts, and City News 24/7. Today is the last day Sportsnet 960 The Fan will be on the air. We are proud to have served Calgary sports fans. Thank you to everyone who contributed to the station over the years, especially our listeners.
These are all the stations that went down 3.5 weeks ago.
Today is the last day 570 News Radio will be on the air. We are proud to have served Kitchener and the surrounding area. Thank you to everyone who contributed to the station over the years, and thanks to you for listening to 570 News Radio. Local news coverage in your community will continue on citynews.ca. Today is the last day 95.7 News Radio will be on the air. We are proud to have served Halifax and the surrounding area. Thank you to everyone who contributed to the station over the years, and thanks to you for listening to 95.7 News Radio.
See, even the FMs were cut back as well. Here is the last seconds, just the final seconds of CKWX Radio, Vancouver, BC, and this is how their history of all these decades, nearly 60 of them on AM radio, came to an end.
The country, BC always used to have this reputation, be like before legalization, if you're of a certain vintage, BC, all the stoners lived in BC. Okay. But the data shows actually it's people in Nova Scotia, it's people in Halifax smoke the most pot of all of Canada. Like, why is
That's it. That's what they did. And then this came on. Listen, unbelievably bad. Dead air. And the nightlight voice.
Today is the last day 1130 News Radio will be on the air. We are proud to have served Vancouver and Lower Mainland. Thank you to everyone who contributed to the station over the years, and thanks to you for listening to 1130 News Radio. Local news coverage in your community will continue on citynews.ca, City News TV newscasts, and City News 24/7.
There are over 2 million people that live in Vancouver, British Columbia. And that station had been on the air a long time. They deserved a whole lot better than that. That's the show, wherever you may be. I hope you have a great day, and please do not let your doctor tell you this. Goodbye, everybody.
You have poop paralysis.
That's all, folks.